Hi everybody, this is Saad for the Saad Truth. Show number 200. Yes. I thought that today I would repeat the exercise that I first conducted for the 100th episode, wherein I share key metrics of the channel, and you'll see that its growth has been nothing short of phenomenal, and I have all of you viewers to thank for its spread and reach. So thank you. So let's start with some key metrics. When I did the 100th show, by the way, it took me, I started the channel, my first clip was in August 2014, and I reached the 100th episode in November 2015, so it took about 15 months. And from then till today, I reached the next 100. So it took me 15 months to do the first 100, and roughly 7 months to do the second 100. So you get a sense of how many more postings I've been doing, roughly double the amount. So it's been a very, very exciting and exhausting process, but certainly very rewarding. So what I'll do is for each of the metrics, I'll give you the number that it was at the 100th show, and then contrast it with what it is for the 200th show. So here we go. Number of subscribers, roughly 18,400 after 100, 40,730 currently. The current numbers are from a few minutes ago. Number of total views, 490,278 in November 2015, 2,106,472 today, so more than 4 times greater. The total number of time that people had spent viewing my clips in November, up to November for the 100th show, 7 years and 51 days. And now 48 years and 46 days. So almost half of a century I've taken from your lives as my memes have parasitized your brains. In terms of country reach or territory reach, it was at 197. It's now at 218. Obviously, there's a ceiling effect, and so it's still nice that it continues to increase. I don't know what is the optimum or the maximal number, but 218 seems like we're almost getting there. There had been 9,635 comments posted. We're now at 23,344. 33,554 likes back in November. 120,021 likes today. 495 dislikes back then. 2,115 dislikes. The like to dislike ratio back in November was at 98.5%. It has dropped off to 98.3%. And again, I don't mean to toot my horn here, but I mean, think about the types of topics that I tackle. These are oftentimes, the most politically incorrect, the most contentious topics, and the internet is one brutal place to air your ideas. And so to have 98.3% approval rate again suggests that the tone of the discussions, the tone of the delivery is right. And so thank you for your support. Much appreciated. March forward. At the time, I had 11 guests. So remember, I have some shows where I just sort of open up the computer and chat, face the computer and just talk about something, or maybe post a lecture. And I also have some one-on-one chats. At the time, in November, I had 11 guests. We're now up to, if I counted correctly, 44 guests. So almost a fourfold increase of guests. And I have several upcoming guests that I think you'll be excited about. I'll talk about these in a second. I had started my Patreon account a few months prior to the 100th episode. At the time, I had 64 patrons. I now have 327 patrons, so a very nice growth. Roughly, the average is about $4 a month that people are giving, which, of course, I'm very, very thankful for. But to put it in context, again, if I may, engage in a plea, if I have 40,000 plus subscribers, of which only 300 and some are contributing financially, that's not a very high number. I'm thankful for each of you. And by the way, I won't be recognizing people individually, because I had posted what people thought I should do, and many people thought that one should always assume that these donations are anonymous unless otherwise told. A few people had tweeted, yeah, I don't mind, but there doesn't seem to be a systematic way. So rather than offend somebody either for mentioning them or for not mentioning them, I'll just sort of give out a collective shout out for all those who've contributed. I think the highest contributor was somebody who gave $100 per month. And of course, the lowest are people who are giving $1 per month. Again, it doesn't take much. Think about when you go to Starbucks to get a coffee. For a few dollars, you could have access to all of this content, which again takes me a tremendous amount of time to put together, in the order of many hundreds of hours. So your support would be appreciated. Of course, if you can't support me financially, then you could share the clips and so on. So there are a multitude of ways that you could support me. By the way, if you notice to my left, there is a poster that is conspicuously displayed. That's actually a poster that was sent to me by one of my followers. I mean, unbelievably generous, right? I mean, this person doesn't personally know me, and yet he felt compelled to actually go out of his way to create this poster, to ship it to me, which I've since, of course, proudly put in a framed. So there you have it. So people have sent me at times books, other times just lovely words, in this case a gorgeous poster. So there are all sorts of ways that one can share their support. Of course, most importantly, it's simply the fact that you watch, that you engage the ideas, that you share the ideas, and anything beyond that is certainly bonus. So thank you. What else have I got for you? Oh yeah, so some upcoming guests. Next Tuesday, Gareth Cliff, who is a very popular radio and TV personality out of South Africa, and he's got a big portal that he founded in South Africa. Then I've got David Pakman. Some of you may know him. I've appeared on his show many times. He'll be coming on mine. Then I'll be appearing on the Renegade Report, which is also a South African podcast that is hosted under the Gareth Cliff umbrella. Then Dr. Jonah Berger, who is a professor of marketing at Wharton, he's got a book that just came out. Great guy, does wonderful research, serious guy. So we'll be talking about his latest book and also about all sorts of other interesting research streams. Then, this is the first time this is announced. I haven't even announced it yet on my social portals. It's confirmed that Dr. David Wood, who is a very staunch, very frontal critic of Islam, will be joining me. We haven't exactly set the date, but I know that he has agreed to come on the show, so that should be a triggering event. And then I also have Dr. Shadi Hamid, who is a scholar at the Brookings Institute, or institution. I can't remember what the exact title of the entity is. He has a book that just came out called Islamic Exceptionalism, and so we'll be having a chat. So a lot of great guests coming up, and several other ones that I've got in the works. I won't mention them until they're confirmed. I won't be releasing these probably as I tape them, because I might be taking a vacation at some point, hopefully soon, and so at least you won't get any GAD withdrawal symptoms if I release them in a pulsed manner, maybe once a week or something to that effect. So in any case, your summer is guaranteed more GAD to love, more GAD to appreciate, but again, return the love. Reciprocity is a Darwinian mechanism, people. If you don't reciprocate, then you are violating one of the fundamental social norms that guide, that lubricate our friendships. So do the right thing, go to Patreon, and provide any support that you can. Thank you so much. I'm truly humbled. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's incredible what a journey this has been. You know, when you publish academic work, of course, it's part of what I do as an academic, and I love it, and I certainly will never want to stop. But it's a very slow process, right? It takes years from the time that you think up of an idea to implementing the research to writing up the paper or book that you're working on, to having it go through the review process, to have it come out, and then at that point, if it's an academic paper, you know, you're happy if 50 people cite it. Whereas here, look at the reach, right? I mean, I could open the computer, and within a few minutes, thousands and thousands of people, in this case, two plus million views, you know, in less than 2 years. So it's been wonderful, and I hope that the growth will continue at such a pace, if not at a faster pace. So thank you for all your support, and to those who post obnoxious comments, hey, it's part of the deal, I guess. But maybe you could stop telling me about how much I blink. I mean, extraordinarily obnoxious. I blink because my eyes get unbelievably tired at staring at this damn green light. And so my eyeballs get tired, and so I end up having a physiological response where I blink a lot. When you meet me in person, I don't blink to the same extent. So we get it. I blink a lot. You don't have to keep posting trolling comments. It's annoying. It's stupid. It's idiotic. But nonetheless, all of the members of the Blink Brigade, I still love you. Thanks, guys. Have a great end of the week. Thanks for your support. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.